One of the first things I do with my morning tea is I check the Positive Python's Facebook page and make sure that nobody's breaking the rules and everybody's kind of getting along, and hope for the best. Good morning, guys. I hope your day's starting well. I am going to do an educational presentation for the kids today, and every time I get an opportunity to do something like this, I just jump on it. I don't honestly know what the details are other than where it is and what time, and that they're supposed to be kids, and that's about all I need to know. So I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I bring when I do shows like this. A couple bottles of sanitizer, paper towels for cleanup, some heat packs to put into the travel tubs just to keep them a little bit warm since it is raining out there. Some travel tubs, a little box of snake shed skin so the kids can check it out. And I'm excited. I'm always excited every time I get to do this. Unfortunately, I was hoping to bring Halo. She's my #1 ambassador to the kids, but Halo is just going into shed. And man, when she goes into shed, she just gets uncomfortable. She just really doesn't like to be touched or handled, so I don't want to put her through that, of course. But I think who I'll bring instead is this girl right here, who I'm about to clean, because she just had a fresh shed and a fresh poo, which means the chances of her pooing at the presentation are slim. So that seems like a good idea to me. And she's also just as mellow around kids. I just really like Halo. I think she's special, has a little extra touch with kids, but 99% of my snakes are docile enough to be handled by children. And I'm either gonna bring Patsy LaRue, who has turned her paper into a nice little bouquet, or Betsy Ross. So I'm not sure. Betsy Ross is a little bit bigger. And another reason I like to bring Halo is because she's big. She's the biggest. And with kids, that usually goes a long way with snakes. Bigger the snake, the more excited and impressed they are. So it's tough. It's a tough call. They're both equally good around people. Well, Patsy LaRue just did this funky twitch when I moved my hand, so that decided it for me. We're going with Betsy today. All right, let's get these snakes packed up. Alright, we're all packed up and I've changed my shirt to something that might hold the kids' attention a little better than just a plain red one. And you know, the reason I put paper over these guys in their tubs is because I couldn't find any of my snake bags. And the reason I like to have either snake bags or put paper over them like that is because studies have shown that snakes are what's called thigmotactic, which basically means that they feel more secure when something is touching them on all sides. If they've got their body pressed up against the sides of something, or if something's covered them, they're snuggled in, that's when they feel the most safe. So I like to try to make them feel as comfortable as possible, because traveling like this can be a little bit stressful. Even though these guys are fairly used to it, I still just want them to be at ease when they come out of these tubs to hang out with these kids. So that's about it. I'm gonna do a couple little other chores around here, then we're gonna head over to the Humane Society. All right, we're early. Like it. That's good time management right there. You guys like snakes? Yeah! You guys like turtles? Yeah! You guys like alligators?
Yeah! I was about probably close to your age when we took a family vacation to Oklahoma, and that's where I learned about fox turtles.
They'll get up to over 100 pounds, which would be about the size of this part of the table.
My name is Brian. I've been keeping snakes since I was about 4 years old. So she's just called turtle albino. Yeah. that's really what it's all about for me. I wish I could do that every day. I mean, let's be honest. The majority of the world out there is either afraid of or does not like snakes. We, people who like snakes, we're in the minority big time. You know, it's hard to remember that sometimes when you're talking on all these different forums and you're always talking with different people who are also equally enthusiastic about snakes, that we are a minority. People do not like snakes for the most part. So the more we can get out there, and especially with the kids, because that's that foundation where they're gonna learn that there's nothing to be afraid of, that they're not scary, and that they're just another animal. And these are the kids that are gonna grow up, graduate school. Some of them are gonna go on to be politicians. Some of them are gonna go on to be responsible for changing legislature. And if we can get them early like that and get them thinking positively about these animals, that's gonna be a big step in the right direction for us, man. I'm gonna get these snakes back home. We'll put some rats out to thaw because today's feeding day. But either way, I'll check in with you guys again before the day's over. All right, these snakes did such a good job today at the show. I'm gonna get them some rodents out, let them thaw out until later tonight, and then we're gonna hit the road, go hang out with the fam for a little bit. I just took a feeding response bite from a retic because of my own stupidity being anywhere near an open cage after just handling rats. So I had my tripod leg wedged up in between the enclosure and the glass so that it could stay up there so I could get that awesome angle for the taking out the rodents from the freezer. And when I reached up to grab my tripod out, this girl has such a good feeding response that she moved right through that crack, right past the camera leg, and zoomed out and grabbed my hand right here. Like, just nailed it in a feeding response and clamped on, and there was blood everywhere and there's teeth sticking out of my hand. It was very dramatic. I'm not gonna show it. I'm not gonna show it here for a couple of reasons. One is I run a group called Positive Pythons. I'm an admin in that group, and we don't allow feeding or bite pics. So right off the bat, if I put that video up here, I'm a hypocrite instantly. I almost guarantee that it would get this video thousands upon thousands of views because things like that just do. That's just, it seems to be human nature in the internet. Just we're attracted to these gnarly, negative, violent things on the internet for whatever reason. I mean, the two videos on my channel that do the best, these are the two top videos on my channel. They are titled Unboxing Reticulated Python Goes Wrong and Our Very First Clutch, What Went Wrong. And those are the two that have the most, they get the most play, those two videos. Because there's some kind of connotation, oh, something bad's gonna happen. For some reason, we as a species are drawn to that stuff. And so I know that if I put that up here, it would probably get all kinds of views, and it would probably get all kinds of hatred, rightfully so, because I'm an admin in a group where we don't allow that kind of stuff. Plus, we're supposed to be trying to promote these animals in a positive light. And even though I was gonna make it something educational about how you need to be careful and not handle your snakes, or not even get anywhere near your snakes when you still got the smell of rodent on your hands, which I know, and I should be way smarter than that. I should know better than to ever do anything even with just a little slight crack like that. I mean, snakes are amazing. They can reach right through that stuff. I should know better. I feel like an absolute idiot for even having that happen. Now, that being said, everything's fine. I'm not going to the hospital. Snake bites are not usually as bad as they tend to usually not be that bad. Granted, you could get one. You know, if it bit and then kind of tore and ripped, you could get a pretty gnarly bite from a snake like that. But usually it's not that bad. However, I'm still not gonna show it here. What do you guys think? What do you think about it, you know? I'm all for putting these snakes in a positive light in the best way we can, and if me not putting that video up there helps that cause, then that's why I'm not gonna put it up. But I'm honestly, I'm on the fence about it, because you know, when I was a kid, I used to go to elementary school and I'd bring my snakes for show and tell, and I'd feed them rats. I'd feed them live mice for the science class, so we could watch the snakes eat, and it was an educational thing. And I wonder if you'd be allowed to do that today. If a kid could bring their snake to class and feed it in front of the class, like, could that happen? My kids are just a little bit young to be in elementary school, so I don't know yet what it's like out there. What's it like these days for those of you that have kids in school? Would your kid be allowed to bring a snake to class and feed it? because I sure was. It was like everybody's like, yes, this is awesome. I know it's a touchy subject, man, and you know, I guess I'm not willing to put it out there to be hated upon in exchange for getting a lot of views for something like that, like I know it would. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about that? Share this video around. I'd like to just share it. Share this video with somebody. I personally think that a snake bite is not that bad. If I had gotten bitten by a dog like that just now, I'd be on my way to the hospital. All I did was rinse it off with some water, clamp it with a paper towel for 10-30 seconds, and I'm done. I'm gonna forget about this tomorrow. I don't know, it's weird, man. You know, so I just finished having such a nice positive experience with the snakes with the kids, and I get bit where I just know that if I put that video up here, that it would get how many thousands upon thousands of plays. But yet, how many views is this video with the kids having a great experience with snakes gonna get? How many views is that gonna get? Be lucky if that thing gets 1,000 views. We'll see. Everybody sleeping? Oh, little sleepy guy. Oh, my scream. He was just a happy man. Oh, what's he do, my scream? Oh, what you got there? You got mommy's earrings? He's going around the room. Yes, he. Oh, let's give him fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy. What are you doing? What do you say? Oh, what did you do? Oh, let's give him that. Mom said you're ready for a new day. We can turn our head and just look the other way. Mom said you're ready for a new day. All right, we just finished the show. It went pretty well, and we're out there having a little after party. And I just want to, yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. You guys got to show up to one of the shows next time, but you guys take care of yourselves, take care of each other, all right? My decision is not a judgment against anybody who does happen to put bite pictures or videos up on their own channel. It's not about that. I'm just clearly torn on some of the stuff, and that's it. It's not about judgment. It's about me not knowing. That's what it's about. I'd really appreciate you guys' opinions here.